Hey guys, it's Nate Madsen. I'm the owner, composer, and sound designer behind Madsen Studios. It's been a while since I've done a vlog. Sorry about that. Life got crazy and doing the move and doing some traveling for work, various things like that. But I wanted to just quickly talk about something I had happen to me yesterday. I had to go by the AT&T store to buy a new iPhone case. And it took them about, I kid you not, 25 minutes. I got the case picked out within 2 minutes. And I had a rep working with me super fast. Right? I mean, there wasn't a line. It wasn't like a busy day at the AT&T store. But their internet or their computer system, something was broken. And so they went to multiple machines. And finally they said, okay, well, we can go back and try this a fourth time. At that point I said, I think I'm done. And I walked out of the store. That store lost out in a sale. I mean, I had my wallet out. I had the product selected. I was ready to go. And because they had some technical issues, they missed out on the sale. You never want that to happen with your own freelance work. So you want to try and make your process, your systems, as fluid, as streamlined, as easy, and as quick as possible to use. That way you can get the most sales happening. Use another example, another store. I used to work at the Apple store just for about 6 months after my time at NetDevil ended, before I went fully freelance for 5 years. And people would remark all the time the fact that we had these little, they call them like Apple Pays, I think. They're basically like iPods that were modified slightly. They could take credit card payments and all that stuff. We could do cash tender with a drawer, but it's all remotely controlled by these devices. And every employee in the Apple store walked around and had them. And people would just comment, man, this is awesome. I've never seen this before. And back in the day, I mean, this was 2010, I had never seen any other store do that before either. Now maybe it's more popular and common now, but at the time it was pretty revolutionary. But it made it very easy to check out with anyone in the store. So you want to try and make your process as streamlined, as easy as possible. Now that doesn't mean letting customers walk all over you. I'll tell you very quickly about a story I had where a recent Fiverr client was pretty particular and pretty difficult. It's one of the situations where he asked me to just do a full 4.5 minutes of audio. I give him my rate, and he goes, okay, well, tell you what, I don't need 4.5 minutes of audio. I need like 1.5 minutes or something like that, because he started doing all this, like I can recycle this chunk over here, I can do this over there, and had, to be honest, kind of a confusing response. And I know what he was doing. He was trying to say, oh, okay, you cost this much. Well, let me bring the price down by recycling and reusing more of the content and not have you create as much original content. And I told him, your message is a little bit confusing. I wish you would have told me what you need exactly from the get-go. That way I could have given you the most accurate, best quote from the start of this. And he got kind of mad at me and said, well, I feel like I've been perfectly clear with you. Well, we didn't work together. It's one of those things where I could tell it wasn't really flowing very well, and so I tried to explain my situation, saying I spent a lot of time going through and mapping out the time that you need. Because a point of clarification, he didn't come out and say I need 4.5 minutes of music. He said I have these 4 songs, I need saxophone solos during the choruses, and I manually had to go through and map out the times of all those, add them up, and then give him the bid. So it was a lot more work on my end, and it was honestly kind of wasted time. So my point is, I'm being a little bit long-winded, a little bit distracted here, is try and make your process as easy, as streamlined, as fluid as possible. That way you can maximize the number of sales you have. But don't be afraid to push back when a client might be a little bit confusing, might be trying to work the system a little bit, and say, well, these are my rates. If you like these videos, please hit like, subscribe, comment, ask me questions. I'm here to help. I've got some new stuff coming out of the works soon. And other than that, it's just been a madhouse of freelancing and SGI work, and then dad and parent stuff. So dad and parent stuff, like they're 2 different things. I'll talk to you later. Bye.